Hey folks, hope you're all well. In this video, we're just going to be going over a little bit about the Cityfibre rollout, specifically in Aberdeen, Scotland. And this video was filmed in 2019, May of 2019, and we had sort of a launch last year. I think it was maybe even the year before, 2017 potentially, when the local council here in Aberdeen and Cityfibre sort of announced that they were going to be basically giving the whole of Aberdeen fibre to the premises. So if you don't know what that is, fairly self-explanatory. You get your fibre optic cable that goes all the way into your house. At the moment, most of Aberdeen, and like most cities around the UK, it's fibre to the cabinet. So there's a fibre from the local BT exchange, or just exchange, sorry, to the cabinet on the street. And then from the street, there's a piece of copper, your normal telephone line, to your house. So on the sort of standard fibre broadband that you get, which actually technically isn't fibre, you're getting probably about 70 megs down, probably less than that in real world results. Fibre to the premises, or fibre to the home, is up to, it's been touted by Vodafone Gigafast and Cityfibre as 900 megs down. I'm not entirely sure what I would do with that type of speed, but it sounds awesome. So we've been doing some research and basically what's happening here. Now I change an internet provider usually every other year once my contracts run out, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to change provider because I'm going to get fibre to the home. And that was like over a year ago, and I'm still waiting. And I don't seem to be, there's no roads being dug up locally here next to where I live. I live in the Midstock area of Aberdeen. So I was just doing some research, and I thought it's probably worth sharing with others that are maybe waiting for Cityfibre to come to Aberdeen. So if you see my screen here, I've done just a quick sort of Google, and this is the best way actually to see what's already been done locally in Aberdeen. So on the thinkbroadband.com, they've got this thing called the sort of maps, UK broadband maps. And if I zoom in here into the local area, I can basically filter by what type of broadband is available in the local area. So if I go and look for the Cityfibre one, which I'm probably gonna have a job finding because there's so many to choose from. I should have done this before I hit record. I think it's maybe Vodafone Gigafast. There we go. That's the one. So this Vodafone Gigafast FTTH, fibre to the home. This map tells you exactly where it has been installed. So we can see here there's a couple of streets in Torry, up in Northfield and King Corth. They're obviously starting off in the areas that are maybe would benefit the most from having super fast connections. I don't know why that choice was made to have these areas done first. But it probably makes sense that they're, maybe, I'm not going to say they're the deprived areas, but they are kind of like the not the ritzy parts of Aberdeen, if I put it that way. But it kind of makes sense why they've done that. But you can zoom in, you can pretty much see where you can get fibre. These are actually, I believe, these are actual customers that have it. So it would be, if there's anyone watching this that has this in Aberdeen, I'd love just to catch up with you, see what your connections are like, and see what type of changes you've had. How it improves your internet browsing sessions and what you're doing with it. Because at the moment, I'm really struggling to think what you would do with a 900 meg connection. Yeah, you can stream 4K video, raw potentially, or like a really cool codec, but there's not that many online services where you can do that. So I'm really trying to I'm struggling to figure out what you would do. But it does, it's very attractive. So I live in this area here, just sort of the Midstockit area. So we're waiting that when we can get this connection as well. So one of the things that I've done is going on to Google. I can type in a Google search just Cityfibre Aberdeen. If I go to tools within Google, within the past week, if I choose that date range, I can see any mention across the web in the past week or in the past month where Cityfibre Aberdeen has been mentioned. Tell me Scotland.gov. This is almost like a website that's used to basically announce when there's going to be roadworks and traffic restrictions. And this is where Cityfibre log their traffic restrictions. So when they're going to dig up a road, it goes in here. So you can actually tell what areas they're actually going to be working in. So the ones here for between May and July, and they're going to be working in the Hilton area. So it's really, this gives you a good idea of how they're sort of where's next, what part is going to be next in Aberdeen. Obviously, if you live in another part of the country, there's probably, for Scotland, we've got this, but I'm not sure what would the alternative would be in England. So here's another bit. Woodside as well is going to be dug up as well. So we're, Woodside parking restrictions. I don't know where exactly in Woodside, because Woodside, I believe, is an area. But we'll find out. The Cityfibre website is shockingly bad for information on the rollout schedule. They've kind of told us what's already happened. They haven't told us who's next. That would be really useful. So from the people that are marketing, if I look on, so if I go in their LinkedIn, I can see, this is another little research tip here. I can see everyone that's located in Aberdeen that works for the marketing department. So Shelley Milne, great idea for you. Have someone like me that's a YouTuber connect with one of your customers and find out. I would just like to interview them and find out how it's changed. So how it's changed their internet browsing, that what that whole process was from their side, the type of box they got, all that type of stuff. That'd really be cool for this YouTube channel. I'm sure that's a marketing idea for you. Another one is just actually been telling everyone what the rollout plan is, or the potential plan. I know you maybe plans can change, and that's maybe why you're not wanting to kind of publish it. But there's probably something you can do, like a rough estimate with circles around it and dates and stuff like that. So all of these people, they work in Aberdeen. So this is kind of built up over the last year, and it does look like they've been on a sort of recruitment drive from the engineer side of things. So that's where we are with Cityfibre, or fibre to the premises, or fibre to the home here in Aberdeen, Scotland. Obviously, what's going to knock this all out the water is probably 5G. Realistic speeds for 5G, I was looking online at this. Now, they're only starting trials just now in the UK, but they're looking at half a gig connection, so 500 megs from a 5G connection. So I think that's probably why there's such investment just now. Obviously, you need that fibre around the city to get these 5G masts up. So Cityfibre have been pretty smart with this when they're doing it. Anyway, that's it for me. If anyone from Cityfibre is watching this, I'd love to speak with you. Just leave a comment below. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Thanks. Bye. Oh yeah, if you like this video, hit subscribe and like and all that good stuff.